Hello, welcome to Here We Go. Now that we have learned many ice shapes and ice space, our real challenge now is life and death problems. If you decide to take up Go seriously as an amateur, you will almost certainly be working on a lot of life and death problems. So, in the next couple of lessons, I will show you 8 examples and give you some basic idea on how to approach life and death problems. In the future, I hope to do more walkthroughs of life and death problems on this channel, so please stay tuned. Let's start with the upper left. It is black to play, and the goal is to kill the white group. When you are faced with the task of killing a group, you can utilize some reverse thinking. You can think if white goes first and wants to be alive, how can white achieve that? Well, in this case, there are many ways to do that. White already has a real eye here on the corner because this is a tiger's mouth that's already being protected. So black cannot occupy the intersection marked with the X. And that is why white already has a real eye on the corner. Therefore, white only needs one extra eye. And one can do it by playing here, 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 or here. But to simplify things, let's say white can make a living shape by simply playing here. And now we can easily eliminate many answer choices. For instance, if black plays here, then white can get to this point and make a living shape. So this first black move is eliminated. If black tries this one, white can also play here. If black tries this, white can also play here. In all of these circumstances, black cannot get to this point to destroy this eye because white can capture black very easily. Also, black cannot play here. White can also play here, and black cannot escape. Black tries this, doesn't make any sense. White will just capture and become alive. So now we've eliminated all the points except this one. So this is the right first move. This is also an Atari on white, so white must connect these two stones. And now what should black do? Here, white is threatening to capture this black stone and make a real eye out of it. So if black does this, then white will be able to live like this because this is another real eye. So the key point to destroying the real eye is this move, because if black gets both of these points, then this is a fake eye, as we have learned. If white extends here, then black should continue the Atari on these two white stones. Now white cannot extend further, so white must capture. But black can extend here and save these two black stones. And now white has a dead shape because this eye right here is a fake eye because black has occupied both of these intersections. So what we learned from this pattern is first, the process of elimination, and second, looking how to destroy a real eye. Next, let's look at the pattern on the upper right. As I've mentioned before, if you are faced with a pattern that is symmetrical, the first thing you should try is a point in the middle. And in this case, it is this. And this happens to be the correct move because this move guarantees that there is a real eye on each side. And for A and B, as long as black occupies one of these points, black can make a real eye on one side. So for instance, if white plays this, then black is able to make a real eye here. If white comes in, then black will capture this white stone and make a real eye here. And the same on the other side. So black will have two real eyes this way. But there is more for you to learn besides the correct answer. Usually, when you're faced with the task of making a living shape, you want to increase your eye space. So in this case, black might think about doing something like this. And if you're trying to kill, sometimes you want to decrease your opponent's eye space. So white might respond by doing this. And then the third move black might make in this situation is this. So now black has a real eye here and also a real eye here because white cannot come in. Right? White tries this. This is another real eye. Black has captured white this way. So does this mean that we can also play black with this first move? No, because white's second move is wrong. If black plays this, then white's best response is to destroy this real eye here. And the best black can do is this. And the next move white should make is this. And now we have a pattern that I introduced in our lesson on the corner bent 4. And this is exactly that pattern where the corner bent 4 will lead to black's death. So black will be dead if black makes this move as the first move. So it is important to consider other wrong moves and always consider your opponent's best move when you're calculating. Next, let's look at this pattern on the bottom that is also symmetrical. But here there are 3 points that are kind of in the middle, and which one should black choose in order to make a living shape? Well, the correct answer is this, because by playing here, black has made a tiger's mouth that also protects this point, marked with the X. Now, white cannot come in here because it will just be immediately captured. So white might play something on the outside, and black will connect. Now, black will have one real eye on each side. If white plays this, then black will make a real eye. If white tries to destroy this real eye by playing on the first line, then black should just extend on the second line, like this. And eventually, white will be captured. And this will be another real eye. So it doesn't really make sense for white to sacrifice more stones this way. So the best move for white is this, and allow black to make a living shape with 2 points, like this. So once again, you need to find the first move that makes one real eye on each side. Lastly, let's look at the pattern on the lower right corner. It is black to move, and the goal is to kill the white group. So here, as you can see, white's eye space is pretty big. If you try to reduce it like this, white has like a bent 5 shape that is impossible to kill. White will always have 2 real eyes this way. So if you cannot succeed by reducing white's eye space, you should look for white's weaknesses in this pattern. And here, white's weakness is these 4 stones, because again, we're using a concept from our capture chapter, and that is shortage of liberties. These 4 white stones only have 3 liberties left, so they are very short on liberties. And recall from our previous chapter, if you are faced with shortage of liberties, you should aim for the cut. Here, if black cuts as the first move, then it will still fail because white can capture this stone like this. And white will still have 2 real eyes. Therefore, black needs a move that sets up this cut. And it is this. This is actually very common in real games, so it's a very useful strategy to use. Now black plays this. It is natural for white to want to cut off this black stone from the outside, but now black can cut. And white only has 2 liberties left, but black has 3 because white cannot play here. It will just be captured. White plays here, then black can capture these stones. So white can't really play here. So if white plays here, then black will have significantly reduced white's eye space. White will only be left with 1 real eye. White tries this. It also doesn't work because now here white will only have a fake eye at best. So this is a very important move to learn. It capitalizes on white's shortage of liberties and aims for the cut. And you will definitely see this pattern in real games. Hopefully these 4 examples are a start, and we will look at 4 more examples in our next lesson. Thank you for watching.